Hi, and welcome to Discover Oklahoma. I'm Lauren Nelson.
And I'm Dean O'Lally. Today we're coming to you from Science Museum, Oklahoma.
Specifically, we're in the new Sherlock Holmes exhibit. This temporary experience is available through September 6th. Timed entry is required, so you'll want to hop online for that. We'll show you around throughout the program.
But first, summer means it is time to hit the road. Photojournalist Brian Boone takes us to the heart of Route 66 Auto Museum.
We are in heart of Route 66 Auto Museum in Sapulpa, Oklahoma. My husband's a car collector and he is overflowing with cars. So he said, someone said to him, if you don't stop collecting cars, you're going to have to get a museum. It took a while for us to find a location. Wanted to be on Route 66. That was a big top priority. None of the cars are really permanent. We try to rotate them in and out so that there's a constant variety. Everybody that has cars, and they're really unique cars, they want to show them. And if they're parked in their garage somewhere, there's really not a good place for other people to see. So a lot of people are anxious to get their cars in here.
I knew about it before they established the museum, and I even brought car clubs out here to tour the building before there was any cars in it. When I was a kid, I knew every car on the road, and I could even tell by the sound of the motor what kind of car it was. Well, my favorite is the Chip Foose car in the corner. That's called the Imposter. We got a B12 Cadillac and a 1922 Packard, a couple of Jaguars. And then in the back room, we've got 3 MGs and 1 Model A Ford pickup.
Maserati right down the hall. It's beautiful. It's a birdcage Maserati race car. And it's just a really cute picture to take down the hall.
Well, the people from Europe and Australia and even Asia are fascinated with Route 66. And this is a stop on Route 66 for them to visit. And they love seeing American cars because they didn't get to grow up with American cars.
We have been fortunate to have people from 94 different countries, and all 50 states have been represented.
The ZR1 Corvette in 1990 had the LT5 GM motor. A Mercury Marine had an inboard motor plant in Stillwater, Oklahoma. And the motor we have back there is signed by all the employees at Merc Cruiser at that time.
I think we have around 36 cars right now. I don't think we can fit any more in here. Everyone's got their favorite era of cars, but I think for the most part, the 50s and 60s cars are probably the most popular cars. I love this place.
The heart of Route 66 Auto Museum is located at 12 Sahoma Road in Sapulpa. They're open 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. Tuesday through Saturday and noon to 4 on Sunday.
Not too far from where we are right now is a very creative and I think one of the most eclectic experiences in the state.
Factory Obscura is described as an immersive art experience. Right now, Quinn Tran is going to take us to the mixtape exhibit.
Factory Obscura transports visitors to what looks, sounds, and feels like a different world.
It definitely takes us out of our everyday element, and so much distractions of just light and happiness here. It's so much fun.
It's fun, but not in an art gallery or museum. This is an immersive art experience in Oklahoma City for all ages.
It's art that is all around you. It's an entire world handcrafted by artists that is meant for you to come in and be a part of. You can touch it, you can climb inside of things, you can slide down things, you can open up drawers and discover things.
Factory Obscura is featuring its latest project called Mixtape. See flashes of the past and the joys, angst, and hope of growing up.
I'm still of the generation where we used to make each other mixtapes and we used to make each other CDs, and it's just that nostalgia, which is very comforting and fun.
Mixtape is a journey through the emotions that can be expressed through music, and in particular, giving music as a gift in the form of a mixtape. You can't help but have an emotional response. And so we started talking about those emotional responses and ended up kind of categorizing them into 6 different emotional zones, sort of. And those are the emotions that we explore in Mixtape. So as you move through the experience, each room is designed to make you feel something different, and those were inspired by the music. So right now we're sitting in wonder. And wonder is this sense of kind of the infinite, you know, that deep sea or deep space, maybe it's a combination of the two, are places of wonder.
About 30 artists contributed to the sights and sounds of the Mixtape exhibit. It's an exhibit that's here to stay, and organizers say there's much more to come with it.
We have an endless supply of ideas that we are always sort of chipping away at and adding to. So we see Mixtape as being a permanent experience, but it also grows and changes and evolves over time because we can't stop adding things to it.
Mixtape through Factory Obscura offers an art playground for everyone to engage in creativity, curiosity, and connection.
I think that we miss in our daily life sometimes, especially as we grow up, and especially now in a world where we're dealing with a pandemic and other things. We really need it, that sense of fun and play and discovery, and that's what this is all about.
In Oklahoma City, Quintran, Discover Oklahoma.
Factory Obscura is located at 25 Northwest 9th Street in Oklahoma City. They're open Wednesday through Sunday, closed Monday and Tuesday.
Coming up on Discover Oklahoma.
My wife came up to me one day and she's like, "We've got to start a plant shop." And I was like, "What?"
We will take you inside one Okie's dream shop.
We have a little bit of something that you're not really going to find anywhere else.
And the unique boutique that has shoppers making the drive to southwestern Oklahoma.
Food's great, the beer's great, everything's fresh, so it's just a good spot.
And the hot spot in Edmond that's packing them in for lunch and dinner. It's all coming up right here on Discover Oklahoma.
Imagine limitless possibilities with the Oklahoma Travel Guide. Imagine world-class wonderlands, road trips that inspire. Imagine date night elevated. Order your free guide at travelok.com. Imagine that.
Welcome back to Discover Oklahoma, coming to you from the Sherlock Holmes exhibit inside Science Museum, Oklahoma, where we're standing in front of a replica of 221B Baker Street, where Dr. Watson and Sherlock Holmes actually lived. This is certainly a unique experience going through this interactive exhibit.
And if one of a kind is what you're after, you need to check out a boutique plant shop that describes itself, well, as exactly that. Right now, Casey Kennedy is going to take us to the Succulent shop.
My wife came up to me one day and she's like, "We've got to start a plant shop." And I was like, "What?" We started real small. We started at the farmer's market, very low overhead right here in Main Street, Broken Arrow. And at the farmer's market, we had a line of people waiting to come plant our plants. So we looked at each other and we said, you know, we might be onto something. We just wanted to have a little business that had plants. We sold plants in pots and it just started exploding.
We are a DIY plant bar. So we are a sip and shop plant boutique where you can come in, grab a glass of wine, bring your friends, bring your kids, bring your girls, date night, and you can grab a drink, pick a plant, pick a pot, and create a plant arrangement while you're here.
There you are.
For your succulents, you can do this perlite, and then for the houseplants, you can do vermiculite.
We have a little bit of everything. So it started with succulents, and then it started growing into houseplants. So we've got snake plants, we have cactus, we have all houseplants, easy houseplants, difficult houseplants, houseplants for beginners, for the experts. Everything that we have in here that is not a plant is all a small business. So we are really big on supporting local and small businesses. We have jewelry, we have candles, we try to focus everything around plants. So we have plant hangers and plant books and plant greeting cards and jewelry, and everything kind of has a little plant twist to it.
And you can just mix it together as you go.
As soon as you walk in, we have our plant coaches that greet you at the door. We want to be the Chick-fil-A of plants. So we want my pleasure. We want everybody just to feel welcome and feel like a family while they're here. You pick a plant, you pick a pot, any kind that you want, as many as you want, and then you head upstairs to our plant loft. And our plant loft we have 5 tables upstairs, and we have our plant coaches up there, and they will walk you through the whole process.
And we're just going to gently break off the dirt.
It's a blast seeing kids come in here and just kind of create something fun with the sand colors. We've had people come in on their first date nights We've had a lot of people come in. One lady came in on their 10-year wedding anniversary, and people are just looking for an experience and something different to do. And here at the Succulent Shop, we really try to focus in on that.
We're here planting plants with our aunt. It's really fun. I like getting my hands dirty and looking at all the different types of plants. I like the texture of the dirt and all the different things about it.
I like to see the end of what they look like.
To make the hole a little bit deeper.
Our plant coaches are all very well educated on how to do that process, and we walk you through it. And it is a workshop-like experience, and it's an average of 15 minutes to an hour, depending on what you want to make. And we want you to be a plant mom or a plant dad when you walk out the door.
We are celebrating my sister's birthday today. This is our first time to be together as mom and sisters and family together in several months. We love plants. And it's just a good, fun thing to do. It's a beautiful day.
That's our main goal. What it comes down to is we just want to make someone's day with a plant.
The Succulent Shop is located at 319 Main Street in Broken Arrow. They're open Wednesday through Sunday and closed Monday and Tuesdays. You can hit up their website, succulentshopba.com. From Tulsa, we're going to cross the state to the southwest corner right now.
That's right, the neck of the woods where I grew up. Let's head to this cute little shop, Red Dirt Revivals in Cache.
One day I posted a shower curtain and it went crazy, and I sold so many, I don't even remember how many. So I was like, okay, this is like a real thing now, let's figure this out.
What started with a handmade shower curtain blossomed into Red Dirt Revivals in downtown Cache, Oklahoma, where they sell handmade goods with a southwestern flair.
Tons of gifts for, you know, mom, sister, best friend, teacher, all kinds of stuff. We have totes, we have nice purses, we have Pendleton blankets, Pendleton towels, we have a lot of handmade stuff by small business owners.
The popularity of that first handmade shower curtain launched a huge business for Megan and her family. They still make their ever popular shower curtains, but have expanded to make and carry so much more in their storefront.
We have a lot of our handmade stuff, so our shower curtains, our bedding, pillows, headboards, and then we also do a little bit of upholstery. The probably top two things that we sell are our shower curtains and our bedspreads. We have probably, I'm gonna say like 20 different combos to choose from on our shower curtains. It's a lot of bright, colorful, funky prints, and they're just kind of mix and match together. We make some makeup bags, and those are all out of cowhide and stuff, and just along with everything else, we try to do them out of funky colored cowhides. We also do a lot of home decor.
The unique thing about Red Dirt Revivals is that just about everything they sell is made by small business owners, if not by Megan and her family themselves.
Probably our main thing that we sell that is handmade by someone else, that handmade by somebody else, I'm gonna say is probably our lampshades. I try to get stuff in here that's actually made in the US, and I also try to buy from other small businesses. And so there are some other handmade things that we don't make, but they're from somebody that did make them.
For unique handmade goods that will give you a taste of the Southwest, visit Red Dirt Revivals in Cache.
We have a little bit of something that you're not really gonna find anywhere else.
You'll find Red Dirt Revivals at 504 West C Avenue in Cache. They're open weekdays only, but you can also shop their website. Head to reddirtrevivals.com.
Coming up on Discover Oklahoma.
I love these signs. Like, I love the history behind them. I love just the oddball nature of them just being on the side of the road here.
We're checking out one of the treasures along Route 66.
It's much more of a breakfast sandwich with the bacon and the egg, spicy aioli on our sourdough bread.
And wait until you see what else they're serving up at this hot destination. It's all ahead when Discover Oklahoma continues.
Make a date with the great outdoors with the Oklahoma State Parks app. Explore trails, discover events, get deals, book lodging, campsites, and more. Download the Oklahoma State Parks app. Experience a state of wonder.
Welcome back to Science Museum Oklahoma and the Sherlock Holmes exhibit. We're standing in front of the crime scene where you can become the investigator and see if you can solve the mystery. And as you head out this summer on a great Oklahoma road trip, chances are you'll probably find yourself on Route 66.
And in the Tulsa area, there's a spot on Route 66 on the Mother Road that is covered with neon. Right now, Jason Grubbs is going to show us what's lighting up the night.
This is the Cyrus Avery Centennial Plaza, celebrating Route 66 and where the east meets west. This is on one side of the Arkansas River here in Tulsa, and now on the other, a neon sign park.
Liked a little better today. We got nice weather for once, so out here just trying to get the best shots I can.
Jesse Robinson is in his final year as a photography student at the University of Tulsa. It's also his second time out to the city's neon sign park, and probably not his last. Jesse's a big fan of Route 66.
Yep, big fan. I love these signs. I love the history behind them. I love just the oddball nature of them just being on the side of the road here.
These aren't just any neon signs from Route 66. They were originally at Tulsa businesses, but have since been lost to time, until now.
Oh, I love them. I love the fact that they're sort of authentically replicated and recreated. Signs pointing to nowhere, but it's a lot of fun to look at, you know?
While the originals don't exist anymore, many photos do. They were researched, gathered up, and handed over to a local designer.
David Hofer recreated the signs based on all of that data that we could gather. They're brand new signs, but reflect truly what was intended when they were originally built.
Ken Busby is chair for Tulsa's Route 66 Commission and director of the Route 66 Alliance.
It is iconic America. It was the first national highway to cross this country. It was part of the national plan of bringing our communities together and getting people traveling.
And some of those travelers would have actually stayed at the Tulsa motels the signs represent. The Will Rogers Motor Court, the Oil Capital Motel, and the Tulsa Auto Court with AC and vacancy. The informational placards can tell you all about them.
You can find its history, where it was located, the rationale behind it, and what that motel was like at the time.
Far and wide, local and international, Route 66 draws in thousands of visitors every year, and now there's another spot to add to their list of stops.
It is about open spaces, it's about traveling, it's about freedom. It was the lifeline for so much of America at its time, and so celebrating that today is really telling that great American story, and the spirit of entrepreneurship, the spirit of enterprise, and all of that.
At dusk, these twinkling treasures come to life. Jesse says sites like this along the Mother Road, both old and new, are important connections to history.
I've been an Oklahoma resident all my life. I'm an Oklahoma native, but I really feel a better connection to the history of where I live and where I grew up from seeing these sites and sort of experiencing them firsthand.
It's the vintage and nostalgia and all of that, but to have something that was that important to Tulsa and to the history of Route 66 now is just amazing.
On Route 66 in Tulsa, I'm Jason Grubbs for Discover Oklahoma.
You will need to get off the highway to see the neon signs. You'll find them in Tulsa near Southwest Boulevard and Riverside Drive.
Up next on Discover Oklahoma.
Also a coleslaw and mayo served with onion rings on top of that as well, inside the sandwich.
It doesn't get much better than this. We'll show you where to get it up next right here on Discover Oklahoma.
Start your next journey with the Travel OK Trip Planner. First, choose an itinerary or build your own. Share travel plans with friends and let the adventure begin. The Travel OK Trip Planner. Download the app today.
We have really enjoyed trying our hand at becoming investigators today here at the Sherlock Holmes exhibit at Science Museum, Oklahoma. This exhibit is fun, it's interactive, and you'll want to plan a visit.
Absolutely. But of course, as we begin to wrap things up and before we head to our next adventure, it is time to get a bite to eat. So allow me to take you to one of my favorite places. It's called the Mule in Edmond.
Who doesn't love a sandwich? Most people have a favorite kind, and many have a creative and a resourceful flair. And of course, the sandwich has an interesting history. But today, the Mule in Edmond is serving up not just any old kind of sandwich. They are glorified, amped up, delicious, flavorful, big-time sandwiches.
Our sandwiches are very unique in themselves. They have our ingredients, some of which we try to keep local as well. So we buy from some local farmers and whatnot to keep things local. One of my favorites as well is like an Angry Texan served on a French baguette with a braised short rib. It's got barbecue sauce, also a coleslaw and mayo served with onion rings on top of that as well inside the sandwich.
How's that for starters? There's the macaroni pony, jalapeno cornbread, chipotle barbecue pulled pork, 3 cheese mac and cheese, and pickles. Wow! The Angry Texan, the macaroni pony, and the Mule Club are 3 of my favorites. Yes, I have eaten here quite a few times. Oh, wait.
And also breakfast sandwich-wise, we have one of which that I like is FYDH. It's for your damn hangover. So yeah, we have that there for you. It's much more of a breakfast sandwich with the bacon and the egg, spicy aioli on our sourdough bread.
That's also very tasty. Every sandwich I've had here is a mouth-watering mound of meticulous yumminess. Their sides, like the fried okra, are enjoyable. Appetizers, like their fried cheese curds, can get you excited for the main course. Speaking of appetizers, want to come here for a few of those and a few drinks? They have you covered for that with a large selection at the bar.
Oh, it's wonderful. I haven't had a bad meal, and I'm sure everybody says that, but I'm here probably every other week, and they have awesome tomato soup and grilled cheese sandwiches, burgers. I've had a steak sandwich here the other day. It was really good.
The writing's on the wall. The Mule inspires loyalty to its customers. If you've eaten at the Mule in Oklahoma City, the food will taste the same. This regular customer confirmed that fact.
I did eat here today. I happen to be in this part of town, so I thought the Mule's really close. Let me go stop by and have lunch. It's great. The food's great, just like it is in Oklahoma City.
You can also select from some very satisfying lighter fare like their beet salad. Management, by the way, is in the middle of expanding their outside seating area too.
The majority of people that have come and tried us for the first time love our establishment. We're hearing a lot of good positive things. Our clientele has continued to become more regulars, more people that are want to come in here 1 to 5 times a week. We got individuals that like to come up here with friends, by themselves, also with family.
I would say it's great because it's local in the sense that you kind of know that you're contributing to somebody that it matters to them. It's great because it's in downtown Edmond. The food's great, the beer's great, everything's fresh, so it's just a good spot.
The Mule's Edmond location is at 16 South Broadway. They are open 7 days a week. Check out their website for more details, themuleokc.com.
And it does not matter where your next road trip's going to take you. Guess what? The Discover Oklahoma Dining Guide will always help you find a great place to eat. Here's all you have to do. Just log on to our website, travelok.com, and click Request Free Brochures to get your copy.
A big thank you to our friends here at Science Museum Oklahoma for hosting us this week. Be sure to plan a visit this summer. The Sherlock Holmes exhibit is on display through September 6th. A reminder, this experience is a timed entry. You'll need additional tickets, and you can read all about that on their website, sciencemuseumok.org.
And coming up next Saturday on Discover Oklahoma, we're going surfing. That's right, here in the heart of Oklahoma. Find out where and how it all works.
And up close and personal during feeding time at the Oklahoma City Zoo. It's all coming up next week right here on Discover Oklahoma.
So until next time, remember,
there's always something to discover in Oklahoma.
This is a great way to investigate footprints. How about that?
It's pretty cool.
And you got to buy a lot of shoes.